Oh, at least it's working this time. I think. Oh, fuck. Yeah, there it is. I think you're working too, right, Twitch? Yes, you just don't want to actually show me streaming. There it goes. Yep.
You're not ready. I'll devour you. Easy prey. Just stop.
Yo, Laura, hello.
Struggle. Struggle in the dark.
I am so tired today, and I do not know why.
Easy prey. I'll devour you.
I'm not doing bosses, I'm just fighting shit, so I'm gonna turn the effects way to fuck up so they absolutely drown out everything.
Struggle in the dark.
There we go.
Easy prey. You're not ready. Struggle in the dark. I'll devour you. Just stop. Easy prey. I'll devour you.
I have like 3 hours worth of EXP coupons. I'm gonna use them all.
Easy prey.
We'll get as much experience as we can before reset. How long it's reset? 7 hours from now. I should message Meaty? Alright, I'll do that later.
I'll devour you.
Oh, by the way, Allura, are you and Meaty, he plays this game not... Wait, he's playing Maplestory? Ain't no way he's playing Maplestory. You're pulling my leg.
Easy prey.
It looks similar.
Struggle.
This game's really fucking old. It's click game 1 sec. All right. I don't know. I don't see Meaty playing this of all games. Could be completely wrong, but I was like, there's no way he's playing this game.
I'll devour you. Easy prey.
It's called Eidolon. Oh, I think I've heard of that one.
I'll devour you.
Yeah, I'm like, I'd say I'm like half idle on this game just because my class lets me do that for clearing this map. This is like the lazy farming character. Most characters have to be very active, jumping around to kill shit. But usually, like, when you're portraying a character, you're fighting a boss. I think I lagged out or some. Oh no, I didn't ask the question. I got distracted reading your message about messaging media about this game. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, are you guys getting on VR for 4th of July to drink? Are y'all guys gonna do a little bit of VRing that day?
I'll devour you.
I don't know, to be honest. That's fair, that's fair. I wasn't planning on it, but I've been asked, so now I am getting on.
Here we go. Struggle in the dark.
So I know you guys don't get on VR chat a whole bunch like you used to. But I figured I'd ask because it's one of those days. I probably just lost my combo forgetting to use my ability. Whatever. No, it's still there. And that's usually the day I like to get on and the only night I'm drinking. Okay, okay. Okay, you do, but he doesn't, yeah. That makes more sense. I see you on more often than I do him. Not that I get on a whole lot myself anymore. If I do get on, it's only like an hour or two usually. And most of the time, I'm watching like YouTube or anime or a movie. That's what my VR has kind of turned into.
Here we go.
You stay up late? Yeah, I don't stay up late anymore.
I'll
I
devour.
can't say I don't stay up late, but I don't stay up in VR late. I'm usually in bed like between 12:30 and 1:30 and asleep usually before 2 a.m. or right at 2 a.m.
Struggle in the dark.
So I don't socialize anywhere else. No, that's completely fair. That makes sense. Honestly, if you're not socializing with coworkers because you're working at home, like VR would be like the best place, right?
I'll devour.
So that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I get that. I get that.
You're not ready.
No, that was one of the things that like I can completely vibe with that because that's one of the things when I used to do the construction job. When I would get home, I would get on VR, but it wasn't to socialize with people because I had plenty of that. I got on, would just mute and listen to music in public worlds because I knew most of the time a lot of my friends wouldn't join me in a public world because it's like, oh, public world, there's like avatar crashers and shit. And it's like, no, there's not. You guys are just fucking paranoid. You're just afraid of people yelling profanities at you when you can mute or block them. So I would just do that, chill out to some music for like an hour, maybe talk a little bit, and then get the fuck off. That'd be like my relax, like, or like my come home and relax for a little bit. So you might get in VR more. Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Easy prey.
Watch him start getting in VR more and me start getting on less.
I'll devour you.
This ticket has what, 21 minutes? Okay. How dare. No, like, no, I don't mean like I'm gonna intentionally get on less, but like something's gonna come up where I can't get on as much. It's just gonna happen like that because he'll start getting on more, and then I'll start getting on less because now I can't get on as much. Which is very possible. Oh my god, you know what I just remembered? It's almost Anime Matsuri. I'm gonna be dragged away for a week on the, I think, the 9th to go to Anime Matsuri. So I'm gonna be away from everything for quite a bit. A whole ass a week without socializing with any of my online friends.
You're not ready. Struggle in the dark. Struggle in the dark. End of the line.
Going outside to do stuff couldn't be me.
I'll devour
I've been going outside almost every day just to like uh just to relax outside in the sun for a little while. It's been nice. I'll probably end up doing that after stream if it doesn't rain. It's been like on and off with the rain in some areas. Like it'll get really dark outside. I'm like, oh, I guess I'm not going outside today because it's gonna rain. And then it doesn't, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going outside. And then I'll go outside, and I'm like, okay, the sun is out. 20 minutes later, it starts raining. I'm like, ah. It's getting too hot for them. They could get heat stroke. Yeah, nah, it's getting pretty fucking warm. I think it's supposed to get up to like 95 here today. Which I'm used to, because like I've been here all my life, but our cats, we've been letting our cats go outside more often, but they've been kind of staying in because of how hot it is. They're not used to it. Except for one. She absolutely loves being outside. She does not want to come inside for anything but to eat. They get super overheated just in 85. Yeah, they're definitely not used to it.
struggle in the dark. Here we go. Struggle in the dark. Easy prey.
Oh, hello, Hacky. Fuck, I missed one. Okay, I missed one. That doesn't matter, you get the same amount of EXP regardless.
There'll be nothing. Struggle in the
I
dark.
sent you the link for the add-on. On actually, this reminds me so much of it. He stopped playing Genshin now, and he is playing this like 25/7. Okay, I'll check it out for sure. I'll check it out. I started playing this again, Maplestory, because my friend Alex was telling me about the event. The event started last month on the 11th, and it was like the biggest update that this game has seen in ages. And they're like, we're gonna do the Challenger World, which is part of the event,
Easy prey.
and it pretty much like super powers your character all the way up to level 260, because once you hit level 200, the grind from 200 to 260 starts to get pretty time consuming. Like you can see my experience bar when I wipe the screen with my ability, it barely goes up. I'm 63.305% right. And then I clear the screen with this ability and I go up to 315. It's very slow. It's a very grindy process. But I absolutely enjoy playing this game. But part of the Challenger World is hitting certain milestones. One of those milestones is being higher leveled, so I'm working on that. The other one is just killing bosses, but I don't know how to do a majority of them. They're incredibly difficult. Actually, after this EXP ticket expires, I'll show you guys how difficult it is. This game is a bullet hell with bosses. So this is a more interactive game, not like in Idle Click. Oh yeah, no, this one is way more interactive. Like this character makes farming on maps to clear mobs for EXP almost idle. I only have to press one key, and then about every minute and a half I have to move around to pick up stuff. But that's about it. Whereas other characters don't have such an easy time farming. They have to constantly jump around and use different skills to clear shit. Because my character utilizes 3 skills in one, but only one needs to apply to activate the other 2. When I press Shadow Bite, it is the one that has the little wave that pops up over these guys, the skill, which then makes my bats fly out to attack anything still alive, which both of them proc this skill, which just targets things and hits them. So the first activation procs this. This goes on a 3-second cooldown. Then the bats start hitting things, which procs this after it comes off a cooldown. If the bats last long enough, bouncing off of enemies, it'll proc it again. If not, it's back up for this. So I don't have to do anything but just jump around on the occasion to pick up loot, because the loot disappears after like 2 minutes. But yeah, once the EXP, oh excuse me, once the EXP coupon runs out, I'll show you guys the way more interactive part. And occasionally these bigger mobs spawn. I kill these guys because they're a decent amount of EXP. Pretty interactive once you get deep in, but yeah, it's a mess. Clay Maplestory inspired references in it a bit. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, our Challenger World shit, you get free stuff when you hit these milestones. You get a box at 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, and 30,000. These are the 2 boxes that me and my friend Alex are going for, because they give you Ultimate Legion Growth Potion, which is just a potion you can give a character, and it takes them from whatever level they are all the way up to 200. We want these because that's 20 characters that you can get to 20. Or get to 200 for free. But yeah, you have to build up points, which you get through doing these different milestones. So you can hit level 260, 265, 70, 75, and 80. Killing the bosses gives you the rewards as well, but depending on the bosses, either more or less. So defeating Cygnus by yourself gives you 100 on normal. If you do it on normal, it'll clear the easy version as well. So whatever high difficulty you clears the lower ones. Pink Bean, Pierre, these are all very like early game easy mode bosses. And then you get to Lotus and Damien, which are like the early game wall. Once you can get past these, you can start looking into doing Guardian Slime, Lucid, and Will. Me and my friend Alex have cleared Slime. He's cleared normal Lucid. We haven't done Will yet because this guy's kind of difficult. I tried it the other day. It's absolutely insane how much shit flies out with this boss. And then we haven't done these yet. And I think he cleared Hard Damien. I don't think I can do this guy yet. Not because he's difficult. He just teleports around and flies up where I can't hit him too much. And because it's like a time sink, you're wasting time because the bosses have a 30-minute timer that you have to beat them before that or you just automatically fail. I don't think I can do enough damage to actually kill him in time with how tanky he is. At least not yet. I lost my combo at some point. Whatever. Yeah, I got like, what, 10 minutes left? Yeah, 10 minutes on the EXP coupon, and then I'll go over to Will. I tried Will, like I said, I tried Will the other day. It was a fucking catastrophe. There's so much shit that's just flying at you. On top of his own attacks.
Easy prey.
We are still 63% through this level. It takes so long to grind out levels once you hit 260.
I'll devour you. I'll devour you.
I'm really glad that they made these maps instance-based for this event, because there are so many people that have been playing. If it wasn't instance-based, you'd be trying to fight people off to secure maps, or just moving to a different one. And sometimes I get a little bit impatient, and I will attempt to steal maps from people. I have no shame in that. If I can outclear somebody, I'm gonna do it. Hello, zombie.
Easy prey.
Oh, I missed that card up there. I want that.
Easy prey.
It's just as accurate. But yeah, thank God this character is an easy, pretty brain-dead farming one, because trying to get to level 265 from 260 on another character that is much more interactive would be a fucking nightmare. So I'm glad I went the easy route.
I'll devour you.
And this character has fun skills to use when bossing anyway. I gotta make sure to turn my effects down when I go boss, because I won't be able to see anything flying at me.
I'll devour you.
I don't remember
Struggle in the dark.
a lot of the shit that I looked up for Will, so yeah, probably not clearing him anyway. I doubt I'll get past his first phase. He's a 3-phase boss, and I'm probably getting wiped on his first phase.
I'll devour you.
Just sleepy? That's good, at least.
I'll devour you. I'll devour
I'm stuck on this map until I get to level 269, and then I get to move to a different map. I think is the thing I'll have to do with this character, is just stay here for 4 levels. The question is, how many days is it going to take me to get 269 from 265?
Ready or not, here I come.
I was considering using my ultimate on this thing just to kill it real quick, but then I remembered the field boss likes to spawn on this map a lot for me, so I think I'll wait. Yeah, we'd be there Friday.
Struggle in the dark.
I hate that one, though. I have one familiar equipped that makes my jump height just a wee bit too high.
I'll devour you.
Out of everything you could complain about, you complain about jump height being too high. Will you pick up this energy? Thank you. How much am I at? 820? It's not bad.
End of the line.
My last day, freaking big weekend off. Hell yeah.
I'll devour you.
Alright, I'm picking this energy up immediately so it doesn't disappear.
I'll devour you.
I have 11 energy and 327 frags, which is pretty good. Just patiently waiting for the update this month. And then I'll figure out where I can drop all of my skills into.
I'll devour you.
Got 4 minutes on the EXP coupon, and then I'll go do Will. Attempt to do Will. He's probably going to absolutely destroy me again.
Struggle in the dark.
Yep, my little wandering scholar ghost is stuck attacking and falling.
Struggle in the dark.
You can drop your skills into me. Oh my god, Hacky.
I'll devour you. You're not ready. I'll devour you. I'll devour you.
Ooh, more energy. Thank you.
End of the line. I'll devour you.
I wonder if I can... you know what? Thinking about it, if I'm gonna go boss here just to show off bossing, I might try and see if I can do normal lucid.
I'll devour you.
So I do normal lucid, that's 1,000 points. That puts me at 8.5.
Struggle in the dark.
And then if I do will, if I can manage to do will as well at some point, that put me right at 10,000 to give me this box.
Struggle in the dark.
But I'm not super pressed for this box yet, because the fragments are good, the Urda is good, but this shit caps at 20. I don't know what this cap's at, but this is at 20 cap, so
Struggle in the dark.
I'd have to invest them into some of my skills if I get near that. Otherwise, I don't get any more.
Struggle in the dark. Here we go. I'll devour you. Struggle in the dark. Go to its shadow. Just
And you can't see shit when you use that skill.
I'll devour you.
We got less than, no, actually just a bit over a minute left on the MVP coupon. And then we go fight Will.
Struggle in the dark.
He is going to absolutely kick my ass.
Struggle in the dark.
By fast and is busy, or it goes by fast and no one comes. You know it doesn't work like that, Zom. It goes by fast when it's busy, and that's it. If no one's there, the day takes absolutely forever. The only exception to that rule is if there's just like a lot of socializing going on, like everybody's got something to talk about for like the entire day. Or something big happens that nobody was ready for.
Struggle in the dark. Here we go.
Let me see what portal... Oh, never mind. It disappeared. That's fine. If it wasn't Frito's portal, I wasn't taking it anyway. While I'm at work or play Minecraft on the laptop. You know what? That's fair.
I'll devour you.
VIP is about to run out. It just ran out. Alright, let me collect all the money and then we go do Will. Attempt to do Will. I was thinking I might just burst his phase 1, but I might do too much damage because he has a very interesting gimmick for phase 1. So I'd probably just save it for phase 2. Alright. Let's go over here so we can run over to Will. We gotta switch our gear out real quick. We need our boss hat on. We need our boss stats on. Have the right set of familiars as well. I think I was using the wrong set for familiars. Yeah, I was. I'm using my bossing familiars, not my farming ones that I'm leveling up, but it's fine. Let's go fuck with Will. We only need to practice mode, so have everything on. Yes. We'll go easy.
Know your place. Stop right there. Easy prey.
I forgot to turn my skills down. I can't see shit. Oh, that still hit me. I don't remember if I'm supposed to be in this room or the other one. Oh, I am.
Go to its shadow. Garden of darkness. I'll devour you. Too late. Easy prey.
I might have to let him kill me so I can turn my skills down so I can actually see what's going on. That's terrible. I need to go back to the other Will.
I'll devour you.
Oh, he healed the other one. Back. Okay. We cleared 1 HP bar. Wait, how did that kill me? I thought you were supposed to be safe inside here. Okay, I guess I didn't do it right.
Struggle in the dark.
That's not good.
So obvious.
Go to the other one. Oh, did I do it right? Yes, I did.
Go to its shadow, end of the line. Easy prey.
There's so much shit happening, I can't see his attacks half the time.
Easy prey.
Okay, he's about to equalize his health bar, so there's no point in damaging him anymore until after he does it. Okay, he did it.
Too late. I'll devour you. Just
He forced moved me to the other one. Okay, 1 HP bar left. Hello, BF. He fucking pulled me back right when I swapped. That's insane. He keeps fucking teleporting, and it's pissing me off because he's dodging my damage when he does that. Alright, we need to turn our skill effects down real quick. I can't see shit. He's about to equalize his health bar again. Which is fine, because they're both pretty much the same. Okay, guess he bugged out or something. He didn't do it. Let's go to the other one. I didn't see if one place had the eye or not. Okay. Oh, this is the furthest I've made it. Alright, you're supposed to burst on phase 2. Alright, let's see if I can do phase 2. I don't remember how to do the minigame at all, so that's gonna be fun. Oh, okay, yeah. The crack on the floor, you're supposed to take them. No crack on the floor, you dodge, but we'll sit it out. We have 7 lives left, so it's fine. And we bursted an entire HP, half of his HP bar. Okay, if I remember correctly, you don't want to fight him at the edge. Oh my god, he just womboed me. Oh wait, if you fail the trial, do you have to fucking, Fucking Christ.
There'll be nothing left.
Oh, his fucking spider hit me. I fucking swear I hate that you have to look at his reflection. It's so weird. Ow. It has such fucking far range too.
So obvious.
Oh, I forgot his phase 2 also blocks your healing. Also blocks your healing. Wait, did I do it the wrong way? I don't know how to do this phase. Nah, I'm out. You're supposed to like get hit by the attacks if there's no crack on the ground. Or no, if there's a crack on the ground, you're supposed to get hit by them. If there's no crack, you're supposed to dodge them is what I think you're supposed to do. Easier said than done. You have such short time to react to it. He's definitely killable, but holy shit is it annoying. I wonder if I could do one of the other bosses like fucking Gloom. I think Gloom is like on the same as Lucid, normal Lucid. But I think this is also a bullet hell. But I think these are all about the same equivalent as doing these either Lucid or Will on normal. They just have their own like mechanics that I have no idea how to do. But yeah, pain in the ass. I do not like Will very much. That's right. We can't teleport from boss location.
You're not ready.
We'll just leave. We'll swap back to our farming set so we can go back to doing what we were doing. Actually, how many of these cards do I have? Quite a few. My familiars are almost out, so we're gonna have to go ahead and extract some. Namely, all the ones we just got. Perfect. Actually, I forgot to swap to the other set. This one, because we're trying to level up these two. No, I probably could have killed Will faster. I forgot to swap off of Shadow Bats. Oh, that scared the fuck out of me. My other one. The Ravenous Bats are better for bossing. Shadow Bats are better for clearing trash mobs and shit. And in this case, farming.
You're not ready. I'll devour you. Struggle in the dark.
Today's Tuesday, right? Tomorrow is Wednesday. Bosses reset tomorrow. Gonna lurk and play some Woowa? Alright, bet. Speaking of Woowa, I need to get back into playing that myself. I haven't played Girls Front Line or Woowa in like...
Struggle in the dark.
Both have probably been a week plus. Girls front line, probably about a week. Woo-wah, maybe like 2 weeks. I rolled for Cartethia and her weapon, and then just kind of haven't touched the game in a minute. That's all Maplestory's fault. It is. It 100% is.
I'll devour you. Here we go.
I didn't use my skill, so I don't know what the timer is on when a shit despawns, so we'll collect it and then use my skill.
End of the line.
Just got the blonde lady that's leaving soon.
Prey.
Oh yeah, Cartethia. The elf. One of the strongest characters that we've seen in a minute.
Easy prey.
Oh, you know what? I refreshed my familiars, like,
Struggle in the dark.
timer. Forgot to bring them out. Still doing a 2.0. I'm also still doing 2.0 content, so I'm right there with DBF. When I start playing it again, I'm gonna like try hard the story and just go through it.
Struggle in the dark. Easy prey. Here we go.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but praise about this story, and apparently it gets even better as you keep going through 2.0 to, what are we on, 2.3 or 2.4 right now?
I'll devour you.
Which is nice. That's awesome. He fucking slowed me. I hate that.
Easy prey. Just stop.
I should have used that on you. I didn't even pay attention. But Lupa is not a value pool, especially when you don't have Brant. Really won't be good for your account. I only want her because she looks absolutely amazing. But after looking at her gameplay, like, it doesn't look terrible, but I'm like, it's skippable. If I rolled for her, it would only just be because I think she looks fucking amazing. That's it.
Easy prey.
I'm trying to 100% each area as I unlock them, so the story is on hold for now. Honestly, that's kind of big brain. I'm with you there. I should try to do the same thing.
I'll devour you.
Child, fuck, I want to play her so much. She looks sick as fuck, and I love her outfit. Yeah, that's what I like about her, is she looks really cool. But having seen her gameplay, I'm like, it's okay. Now her cinematic was fucking awesome.
Easy prey.
She out there throwing a fucking spear like she's goddamn Ku from Fate, and I'm like, okay, she just like him for real. I tweeted out that too, or like reposted somebody's tweet. That shit was fucking awesome. Oh, I fucking missed.
Struggle in the dark.
Now, these pets are retarded sometimes, I swear. If I had $100 for a vac pet, that'd be so much better. But that's a bit much. It'll be Springfield. Which one was Springfield? Is that the other one that's a must pull? Quote, must pull.
End of the line.
Yes, okay, okay.
Easy prey.
Is a water sniper? Oh, okay, okay. Who do we have that uses water? Outside of what's her name? Tololo, yeah, Tololo's her name. You just got Tololo? Damn, I'm sitting with like 3 copies. What are you doing, man? No, I'm fucking. You're too busy pulling those damn weapons.
Easy prey. I'll devour you.
How to unlock the use of gadgets in Renacita? Uh... As far as I'm aware, you should already have use of them. But probably story progression.
Did I jump scare you? Yeah, I bet I did.
You know, those jump scares are a lot easier to get me when I'm looking at chat through Restream and not through where they're actually from.
Dark. Ready or not, here I come.
How did I fucking fall off when I used that ability right there?
Easy prey. Struggle in the dark.
You heard the slight noise. Oh yeah, no, I was admitting that you got me by saying that it's a lot easier to get me when I'm not reading my chat. Because, like, it won't get me as easily if I have my Twitch chat open, but I'm using it through Restream, so I can see YouTube and Twitch. So I don't actually see the redeems for it. Yeah, I don't remember either, BF. It should be pretty quick, because I have used I have all of my shit, and I'm still pretty early on in Renacita's story.
Here we go.
I am currently at, I think the last thing that I did, that I can remember, was where you dance with, Carlota.
I'll devour you. There'll be nothing left. Struggle in the dark.
Our Hydro characters are Sabrina, Zowie, Tololo, and Kalfney. Okay, okay. The Zhao character, however the fuck you say her name, that was one of the other banner characters, right? That I definitely didn't roll for.
Struggle in the dark.
It's the current banner. Okay, okay. That's honestly fine for me, because I am 2 copies off of finishing Kluki, so this is just more time when I start playing again, more time just to save the cubes, so I can get those last 2 copies.
I'll devour you.
It's what, 15,000 cubes for a guaranteed, so I need 60,000 and I guarantee Kluki. That's under the assumption that I get her hard pity, miss 50-50 twice.
Struggle in the dark.
Still further than me. Have to kill a Fractus members. Okay, okay. I'm gonna go for a bit. Gonna probably like take some power naps at work or something. Gotcha, Zom. You take care.
I'll devour you. Not ready.
Can you pick up this shit, please? Oh, what I'd give to actually experience what it's like to have a backpack one day.
I'll devour you. There'll be nothing left. I'll devour you.
We're 64% through, almost 65% through this level. That's like, what, a billion more EXP? No, a little bit less than a billion. Or a trillion, I'm sorry.
Easy prey. Ready? Here I come. Open your eyes.
Okay, wait, Nasi. How much is our outfit? I've got a mega brain, giga brain strategy for you. How much is the outfit for it, right?
Struggle in the dark. I'll devour you.
Have 1215 of this currency from the login thing, and it costs. Oh, okay, okay.
Easy prey.
I was gonna say if you were gonna buy it with cash,
Not ready.
instead of getting the outfit, you could spend that cash on the rolls for Lupa. It's risky because you're not guaranteed Lupa, but if you got her, it'd be worth more than the outfit.
Struggle in the dark.
But if you have free currency, I'd probably save it for a character that you actually like.
Easy prey. Just struggle in the dark. Struggle in the dark.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't sure of the price. But $12? Yeah, I don't think that's a whole 10 shot, right? Is that a whole 10 shot? It would depend on what your pity is at. If you're like bare minimum pity, yeah, it's high risk, low reward.
Easy prey.
But if you're like 40, 50 in, much more worth it. Because if I'm being honest, as long as you're not Ashley, when you roll from 40 to 50 pity and Wua, that's a coin flip. 50 to 60 is a coin flip. Anything after that is just bad luck.
I'll devour you. You're not ready. I'll devour you. Struggle in the dark.
You didn't even pick up any of this shit here. How do you, neither of you managed to get that shit? Without the double up, 2,000 coins, cubes, so a little more than 10 pool. Those 2,000 coins cost 30 without the double up. Ah, okay, okay.
I'll devour you.
Honestly, I'm still going with what I said though. I would save the coins for a character's outfit that you actually like, not for just one that looks good. If you plan on, like, if you actually like how the character plays and feels, etc., yeah, go for it. It's worth it. But if it's just merely because, oh, she looks good in this, but she's not actually that fun to play, she just empowers a different character, like in this case, Tololo. Like, eh.
Struggle in the dark.
Like, let me see. The character that I have for the Kluki team that makes, what's her name? The cat girl stronger. Makes her support attacks, corrosion. I forget what her name is. I would never buy an outfit for her. I like that character. It's whatever. She doesn't do anything, like, impactful to me. She just enables another character and that's it. Yeah, like the Maki outfit for sure. Like, you like Macchiato a lot, you use her all the time. That's a worth outfit. Ah, fucking Christ.
Easy prey.
Oh, wait. I think... Yeah, I know what I forgot to do. I forgot to swap back to this, because I was like, why are some of these guys not dying?
Easy prey.
Because I don't have the normal mob damage up. That should be better. How much money do I have right now? 1,100 mil. That's not bad. I think game plan for when we get boss reset at 7 p.m. for Wednesday, I kill all my bosses, and I will probably put all of my money into buying some cubes to try and get more drop rate gear, if possible. That would be awesome. So I can farm more Soul Erda energy. Can you jump and land on the platform, you fucking creature? I have a very specific way I like to go through this to get everything. Speaking of Soul Erda, that just fell all the way to the bottom. Wonderful. Watch a fucking elite spawn now that I've used this.
Easy prey. I'll devour you.
Or not. Yeah, this skills timer is 90 seconds before it comes off a cooldown, so I've been using it to keep track of when I need to pick this stuff up, because all the money that drops on the ground and other items, they drop, or they disappear after 2 minutes, from what I understand.
Struggle in the dark. Ready enough. Here I come. I'll devour you. Easy prey. Here we go. Struggle in the dark. Struggle in the dark. Home of the light. Easy prey.
And we just keep farming. I'm really glad this is a character I decided to make, because I don't think I could do this on a character that is more farm interactive than this. Hold up, Icky, what's up? I have to use the bathroom, but if I stop farming, I'm wasting time on my EXP coupon. Wait, we're getting a free elite doll? You mean a 5-star for free? Send a screenshot, okay. You want the Chongli outfit, you cry. Oh no worries, Icky, I'll open my mouth for you. What? Shut up, Hacky! You know what, thinking about it? That might be a good idea on the reset tomorrow. I might stream again. Or... No, let me rephrase it. Not that I might stream again, but I'll stream late that day so I can do my bosses. And my cube rolls. That's a good idea. The Springfield outfit is looking fine as fuck. I'm buying that one. I think you planned on using Springfield anyway, so that is more worth it. I don't want to spend $30 than $20 on the pass. Yeah, no. Is that the character we're getting, Faye? I wonder if she's any good. I also see it looks like she's holding an axe in her hand. That already tells me she's probably not good. If she is a melee using character, she's one or two things. She's either groundbreaking for melee characters and makes them more viable, / future-proof for melee in the future, or she'll fall in the same categories as all the other ones. Why would you melee when you can just range? Okay, I'll check that shortly. Sadly, only small previews, but Springfield outfit does look fine as fuck, in my opinion. Have to see how it looks in-game to fully decide. That's fair, that's fair. From seeing them myself, I'm not a fan of those kind of dresses, so I don't care for Springfield. Faye's looks like a sports outfit, which is okay, but I'd skip both of them. Even if I was like a billionaire, I'm like, eh. You're more of a dress person than me when it comes to the outfits for the characters. I'd buy myself a NASA PC. Honestly, I think if I was a billionaire, that'd be the only thing that I'd do, is buy a strong PC and then just like well in the games that I like to play. I wouldn't even well for like extra copies of characters unless it was like, say, Chongli, for example. Like when Chongli first came out, that'd be a character that I'd S6 just because I fucking love Chong-Li. I still love Chong-Li to this day. One of my favorite characters to play. But I'd only S6 the characters that I actually like Cartethia being another example. But I wouldn't, like, grab every single copy I needed of every character.
Easy prey.
I'd buy my friends a top PC as well. Yeah, I would buy Aina a PC and move her somewhere else that has internet.
Easy prey.
Oh no, I wouldn't S6 her just because she's stronger. I would S6 her just because I enjoy the character that much. That's the only reason I'd S6 her.
Easy prey.
If you have a question, ask away and I will give you the best possible answer if I have an answer. If I don't, I'll tell you I have no fucking clue.
I'll devour you. Easy prey. There'll be nothing left.
I'll give you the worst possible answer even if I have no clue. Okay.
Easy prey. Struggling.
The audience patiently waiting to see what the question is.
Easy prey.
I'm not doing the Inferno Wolf portal. We are 6 Erda drops off of getting 12. It'll reset down to 0 and give me a 12th one. I'd like to see a big 200 Erda drop. I haven't seen one of those in a minute. I see one down in the lower corner of the screen.
Struggle in the dark.
Will you fuck off?
Here I come. I'll devour you. You're not ready. I'll devour you.
Fucking pets, would you follow me up here and actually pick the shit up?
Struggle in the dark.
There we go.
There'll be nothing left.
What's the difference between Celestial Light and Eternal Radiance?
Easy prey.
Oh, you mean the two, Are you asking me a Wuwa question or like a generalized, like, meaning for Eternal Radiance and Celestial Light?
Easy prey.
Fuck, my EXP keep bombing out. Wuwa question. Okay, the two sets. If it's the Echo sets, Nasi would be able to answer that one a lot easier than me.
Struggle in the dark.
I don't think I've actually paid attention to the two Spectro. I assume that's a Spectro set. I think one of them is like a better version of the original one that we had, and then the other one is for Spectro Frazzle, which Zani, Phoebe use right now. I think are the only two characters, Zani and Phoebe. I just don't remember which one's which.
Easy prey. Here we go. devour you. End of the line. I'll devour you.
Celestial light is related to the sky or the heavens, the sun, the sky, and the stars. The stars will eventually go dark and the sun will burn out. Eternal radiance is relating to the divine. In order for it to be eternal, it must never go out, and thus celestial light is achievable in the mortal realm, but it is only through the divine that one can acquire eternal radiance.
I'll devour you.
I mean, that's true and real, right? I don't think I can argue that. Celestial Light is a basic Spectro set where 2-piece gives you 10% Spectro damage and 5-piece gives you another 30% after intro, basically for Jinshi as an example. Yeah, so the other one should be, the Eternal Radiance should be the Frazzle set then, right? Which you would be wanting to put on, like, Phoebe and Zani. Because I'm pretty sure they're the only two that can use it to its fullest, right? Maybe MC, Spectro MC. I don't remember what Spectro MC wants to use.
Struggle in the dark.
I never actually built Spectro MC. I built Havoc MC. My Havoc MC was one of my strongest characters for a little while. You fucking piece of shit. I can't see anything.
I'll devour you. Ready or not, easy prey.
Eternal Radiance is a new set that also gives 10% spectral damage with 2-piece set bonus, but this 5-piece is exclusive to only characters that can apply Spectral Frazzle, since you need to apply Spectral Frazzle to gain 20% crit rate, and attacking enemies with 10 stacks of Frazzle gives you 15 Spectral damage. Yeah. So that should be only Phoebe and Zani, if I remember correctly, right? Because I don't remember, correct me if I'm wrong, Nasi, you would know, but I think Spectro MC enables more Frazzle, but doesn't actually apply Frazzle, right? Like, it enables people who can apply it to apply more.
I'll devour you. I'll devour you. You're not ready.
That EXP orb disappeared. How sad. Oh my god, they didn't fucking make it up here.
I'll devour you.
I lost my combo because I waited too long. Rust and piss.
There'll be nothing left. I'll devour you.
Also, Nasi, have you kept up with the Ludwig drama over Mango? If anybody has, I'm pretty sure you definitely have paid attention. You watch a lot of Tectone like I do. And Asmongold.
Easy prey.
Ludwig has drama with Mango. So, Agnev, if you haven't seen it, it was like 3 days ago that everything went down. So, Ludwig and Mango are supposed to be fucking good friends from what I understand, right? Like, I don't keep up with Ludwig on, like, his side of content creation. His streams are very many YouTube videos. I'll catch him every once in a while. I'll watch it, just very little. But Tectone and Asmongold are two people I keep up with very frequently, and they have both talked about what happened. So essentially, Ludwig threw a big old streamer party and had a bunch of streamers over, and Mango was one of the people that was invited. And at said party, Ludwig, knowing Mango is a alcoholic, like a very bad alcoholic, had enabled alcoholism there and was cheering him on and getting him to drink as much as possible. At one point, he blew in a breathalyzer, like a 2.4 or some shit like that, which is pretty fucking high. And he kept encouraging him to drink more, and people there were kind of like, yo, should he actually be drinking this much? Like, isn't that dangerous? And at one point, he blew in the breathalyzer like a 3.2, I think it was, a 3.1 or 3.2. And Ludwig shouts out, let's get those numbers even higher. Like, he wanted Mango to go, like, far above and beyond, right? Like, he just kept on enabling him to drink more and more, cheering him on the entire time, wanting him to drink more. And some of the females there had expressed to Ludwig, hey, like, he's getting, he's harassing us. Like, it's getting a little bit sexually intensive. Like, he's humping pillows near us and stuff. Like, it's getting pretty bad. And Ludwig didn't do anything about it. And then Ludwig went on stream. I think he did it on live stream. I'm not sure if it was a video and live stream. It doesn't matter. He went and put out a statement saying that Mango is permanently banned from any of his events, won't be invited anymore because of what Mango did. And Mango also got kicked from C9. His sponsors dropped him. Like, Mango's life got fucking ruined because of Ludwig. And Ludwig has completely refused to take any accountability for enabling it in the first place. Because if it weren't for him pressuring more and more into drinking, things probably would have turned out a lot better and Mango wouldn't have been kicked. But yeah, now he's refusing to take accountability or any responsibility at all for what he did to Mango. And people are like calling him a rat and a snake because they're like, you're supposed to be good friends with Mango and you dropped him like a fucking rock for content at your streamer event. And then when shit went south, you didn't even bother to apologize to him for it or to your audience. You just said, nah, he can't come back to my events anymore because, you know, like, he made a fool of himself. So he's banned from everything, and in doing so got him removed pretty much from being able to be, like, a popular face now, because now people don't want anything to do with him. Like, at least not sponsorship-wise. Oh, that was my Sword of Proc. So, Mango's been shit on for it, and Ludwig is getting a lot of fucking flack for having enabled that. And one thing that's been coming up is, like, how can you not take responsibility for your actions when your dad died while you were 10 years of age of drinking alcohol? Like, he literally died from alcohol poisoning. Yeah, nobody's saying Mango. Nobody's saying Mango is innocent, right? Everybody agrees that Mango was in the wrong too, right? But they're mad. What they're pissed off about at Ludwig is because Ludwig threw Mango under the bus. Because Ludwig didn't take any responsibility for enabling Mango to drink, because he invited Mango there to drink, knowing Mango is a full-on alcoholic and has problems, enabled him to drink, requested him to drink more by shouting it out, putting more pressure on him, regardless of if Mango actually wanted to drink more or not. And then when shit hit the fan, he put all the blame on just Mango. He took no accountability for his own actions when it was him who was pressing Mango to drink more. Like, he literally is on live stream saying, let's get those numbers higher. Like, he's pressuring Mango into drinking more than he already has. And then takes no accountability for it, no responsibility whatsoever. And in doing so got Mango kicked from his sponsorships, kicked from C9, and pretty much just dropped. He literally just ruined Mango's life. All for content. I thought Ludwig was a pretty chill person, but after seeing him do that to somebody that is supposed to be one of his really, really good friends, if not best friends from people that I've heard it from, I'm like, nah, that's fucked up. You're like, I agree with everybody else. You're a fucking snake. Not to say that Mango is completely exempt from any punishment here. Mango fucked up for sure. But Ludwig enabled all of this. And his ability to not want to take any accountability into this, no responsibility, is fucking pathetic in my opinion. Like, that's fucked up. Like, that's supposed to be one of your really good friends. You know he's an alcoholic. And then you enable him to drink more for content at your live streamed streamer party. I wouldn't say Ludwig caused Mango to get kicked from C9, etc. The reason he got kicked from those events is because he got overly intoxicated because Ludwig enabled this, knowing that he's an alcoholic, and then went on and threw Mango under the bus. Because of him speaking out about it is what enabled everybody else to drop him. If he had invited him to a non-live stream event and did this, it would have been a lot better. But because he live streamed that event, now it was made clear to everyone what had happened. And I think it's completely fucked up that he won't take any responsibility for it. This is not just Ludwig's fault, it is Mango's fault too, but Ludwig empowered this. And then threw his friend under the bus, which absolutely hurt his image more. Like, he just used Mango for content. He live streamed that event. He's shouting how he wants Mango to drink more. So it's definitely both of theirs fault. But his image got skewered because of Ludwig. Isn't it as though Mango didn't know this was going to be streamed event? Didn't know he had problems with alcohol? Or didn't know there would be alcohol at the event, right? No, the thing is, everybody knew there was going to be alcohol. But Ludwig is streaming the event. Like, everybody knows it's going to be streamed. Ludwig's streaming the event. He's putting Mango on the camera and intentionally wanting him to drink more. Like, if you go look at the clips, you can see Ludwig is the one shouting and praising Mango for drinking more and enabling more to someone he knows is an alcoholic, right? And then when people start speaking up about it, he wants nothing to do with it. He's like, nah, Mango's banned from the events. He can't come back. Like, his alcohol, too much. If I'm in Ludwig's position, I'm like, this is my fault. I hosted a party. I live streamed it. I know my friend has bad alcohol problems, and I enabled him to drink more. I rooted him on, and because of it, like, now he's been kicked from these orgs. He's not with C9 anymore. This is both of ours fault, and I'm gonna take some blame for this, and I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna see if Mango will talk to me about getting into like an alcohol anonymous group and like see if we can fix this. My real problem for me is like he should have been like, yeah, that's my bad. I feel bad about that. Yeah, no, my issue with this is Ludwig is not taking any accountability for this, right? Like, Ludwig thinks he's completely clean slated, that none of this is his fault. Because I liked Ludwig as a person because he seemed pretty genuine in what he does, but like when you do this to somebody who's your like supposed to be your best friend, nah, that's fucked up. Again, I'm not saying Mango is completely exempt from any criticism here because he is. Like, Mango could have said, nah, I don't want to, I don't want to do this. Like, I'm bad with alcohol, and I don't think this is a good idea. I think things would have been, like, if you want to do this, like, if Ludwig wanted to do this, this shouldn't have been live streamed. That way, everything could have been behind closed doors. Mango would still be in an okay spot. And then maybe people talk about it, again, behind closed doors and like, hey, Mango, like, you got way hammered, right? Like, yeah, I enabled a lot of that, but like, we got to talk about like how bad it's getting and like the shit that you did. Again, some of this is on me, but like you went a little bit too crazy with your actions while you were intoxicated. Let's talk about potentially cleaning your act up, man. Have self-restraints himself. I absolutely agree, Hacky, but Ludwig constantly pushed Mango over and over and over again, even yelling through the entire event room to get more alcohol because they want to push numbers, even while others in the room told him to stop, and that's enough. Yeah, exactly. Ludwig was the big enabler in this event. He kept pushing it more. If Mango would sue for defamation. No, I don't think he can. I don't think realistically he can, because Mango had full ability to say, no, I don't want to drink. I don't think this is a good idea to do on live stream, right? Now, in both parties' defense, in Ludwig's defense and in Mango's defense, I don't think anybody expected it to get like this, right? But throughout the entire night, when things started to go south, there were a lot of people that were expressing their concerns about Mango, and Ludwig ignored them. Like, there's even one scene that I saw recently where Mango was harassing one of the female streamers. I forget what her name was. And Ludwig had pushed him off. He was like, hey, okay, like, stop hitting on her. Like, you know, leave her alone. And at one point, he just walks off and ignores it like it's not his problem anymore. On my phone to go for a smoke just because I'm enjoying this conversation. But yeah, like, it's both of their faults for sure. Mango had the ability to say, no, I don't want to drink anymore, or no, I shouldn't drink at this event, right? And like I said, in both of their defenses, like, I don't think anybody expected it to get as bad as it did. But my problem where Ludwig stems from is not wanting to take any responsibility for this at all and just make it off to be 100% only Mango's fault, right? And then you can see in the actual live stream, you can see, because plenty of people have clips of it already and have clipped it, where Ludwig is just shouting that, you know, Mango's this amount drunk and should drink more. And then when Mango is starting to act fucking crazy because he's that fucked up, like, he's just beyond, like, normal levels of just being, like, tipsy. He's, like, actually just near that blackout drunk, and at one point gets to that point. He's harassing people, and Ludwig does nothing about it. Like, if I'm Ludwig at the event and people are like, hey, bro, Mango is really fucked up right now, and he is harassing people, especially the females right now. Like, he's being pretty sexually explicit. Like, he's humping a pillow next to people's faces. Like, come on, bro. Has Mango's friend... I'm like, alright, Mango. Come on, bro. Like, it's time to lay down. Let's get you some water. Let's get this guy away from the booze. Like, that's enough. Like, you're live streaming this, bro. Make yourself look good, at the very least. Because, like, all he did was express, like, this was for content, I don't really care what happens to Mango. Fuck to be encouraging someone who is that drunk to be drinking more, but that's also just drinking culture. Like, I get grossed when people do that to you as well, but I have to just kind of bite my tongue in those spots. Yeah, for sure. Like, I get it. It is the culture where it's just kind of like that for sure, right? Like, I'm not somebody who is ever going to press people into it myself. Like, I was hanging out with a friend some time ago, and they were like pressuring people, and I was like, hey, if people don't want to drink, you know, don't pressure them. Drink by yourself or go find a different group. Right? That's just how it is. But Ludwig, I always say Ludwig, but Ludwig is an adult. He is 29, and he fully knew that Mango had an alcohol problem, and he enabled him to drink more, encouraged it, and I think all that would have been fine and dandy if he was responsible at his own streamer event and was like, okay, you know, Mango's had enough at this point. He's getting a little wild. People are expressing concerns now. They're saying things like, he's being, explicit to the women. He's harassing people. He's gone too far. Alright, let's move him away. Let's get him out of here. Let's see if we can get him to go to sleep, pass out, maybe sober him up if we can't do that. Let's just get him away from the booze right now. That he's had enough. They take him off camera somewhere else and deal with it there, right? But none of that happened. And now Ludwig is facing flack from everybody, and Mango is also facing some flack from people, and unfortunately got kicked out of his orgs. He's not with C9 anymore. The sponsors dropped him. It's just a shit show all around, and Ludwig essentially, in my opinion, just ruined Mango's life by putting that on live stream and deciding to do nothing about it, and then making it out the following day, making it out to be Mango's fault entirely by saying, he got fucked up, he was harassing people, and, yeah, he's not invited to my events anymore. Like, he's out of here. Very much seemed like Ludwig only wanted to push Mango's alcohol numbers. Don't know how it's called in English, the number you get from a breath tester. Yeah, no, it's just numbers. It's literally just numbers. I think the entire point was just to have a good time, obviously, but it obviously ended very poorly for Mango. Mango is taking the hardest beating from this because, like, his life is essentially ruined for the live streaming side of things, and the like sponsorships that he had. Like, nobody's taking him anymore. Yeah, blood alcohol content is the technical one. Somebody had stated that at one point he did a breathalyzer and it was like 3.7. I heard that from Tectone, and I'm going to agree with Tectone. I don't have a comment for that because it was only said. There's no actual proof. Whereas the 3.2, I believe it was 3.2 he hit, there was proof of that. We know he hit 3.2 because of the breathalyzer. It was shown. But the 3.7 was only stated. There, as far as I'm aware, there's no actual proof that he hit 3.7. Either which way, he is way, way, way above a safe amount. He's like alcohol poison levels, even past that. Promile, something parts alcohol in your blood. Yeah, Hacky has it for us is your blood alcohol content. If it's different in Germany, I have no idea if it means the same thing or not. But yeah, the whole thing was a shit show. Now Ludwig is facing a bunch of flack, which honestly I think is deserved because him not taking any kind of responsibility for this is just absolutely atrocious when Ludwig is on record of saying, like, you should take responsibility for the things that you do, even arguing with somebody about that, but then won't take responsibility for enabling his best friend to drink himself practically to death. It's a shitty situation overall. I'm not gonna go and say that Ludwig is a fucking terrible person. I think he's a snake for what he did to Mango. But I still think, genuinely, he's a pretty swell guy. He means right by a lot of it, and I think this was definitely a fucking blunder. And I think it's just atrocious that he won't take some accountability for this situation. And Mango, I've watched some of Mango's plays. Good gamer. Unfortunately, the alcohol kicked him in the ass this time. And through Ludwig's enabling, put himself in a worse spot that only got worse as time went on with that night. And now he's not a part of C9 anymore. He's been kicked. Sponsors dropped him. His life pretty fucked up. He should have had some restraint, but I mean, when you're an alcoholic like that, and you have one of your best friends, I don't know if Ludwig is the best friend or just a really close friend. I've heard close friend, I've heard best friend. Either which way, when you have one of your good friends, you know, cheering you on, enabling you like that at a party, like, subconsciously, you don't want to disappoint. So I get why he decided to keep going. Like, you don't want to disappoint. Like, you're there, you're trying to have a good time with your friends. You're sitting there all happy. You want to be happy. So a lot of people are just going to, you know, they're going to succumb to it. Like, in a sense, this was peer pressure on Mango and poor decision making. But he should have had some maturity in being able to stop himself. Again, alcoholism does that to you. Like, when you're a hardcore alcoholic, that has apparently been expressed about Mango. You throw logic out the front door, especially the drunker you get, right? But Ludwig should have been mature enough, being 29 as he is, practically going on 30 now, should have been mature enough to, at some point, say, okay, that's enough. Like, there are plenty of other people there that you can drink with. Mango doesn't have to be the one pushing his alcohol blood content to fucking 3.2. That's kind of insane. Like, especially when you're on record of having your dad die literally from alcohol poisoning. Like, come on. And now you're doing that to your friend. Like, you would think there's a little bit of, like, common sense there. Overall, just a bad situation that they have both found themselves into. Unfortunately, Mango is in a worse spot. What's up, Zemia? Mango really got the short end of the stick this time because he's getting kicked out of it. He got kicked out of everything. Meanwhile, Ludwig, he gets to keep on streaming and pretend like nothing ever happened, right? Because he can just, like, what he's been doing, essentially. He can just ignore all the comments and critique from people and just pretend like, you know, it's not his fault like he's been doing. Kill it with silence. Yeah, I think that would be a good way to go about it. But I think like the best way to have gone about it would be to have apologized for having enabled that kind of shit in the first place, and then ignored the comments afterward. Just apologize, take your responsibility for having enabled this kind of situation, and things would have went a lot better. But because he decided to throw Mango under the bus and then ignore it, now people are pissed off because they're like, this is partially your fault too. I think that's the big thing here. He should apologize, but I mean, purely from like a cold business standpoint. Yeah. I think people would have been a lot easier going about this if he did. But yeah, it's a shitty situation for both of them for sure. But one of them is going to be able to work through this a lot easier than the other. I didn't want to interrupt the Ludwig conversation, but it seems we are basically at the end now in Girls Frontline 2. We will be getting 40 free pulls with the next date through events. Huge. Okay. So be able to gender swap our character now too, and we'll get the past events tab unlocked now. Another cafe event? No, dude, I don't want to do another cafe event. That shit was ass. I have to use the bathroom really bad. If they're doing the cafe event, I hope they condense it to make it a lot better than what it was. That thing was terrible. I don't even think I finished it because of how asinine it was. Yeah, they give a lot of free shit. They are very generous. I don't want to lose my orb combo, but I might lose it here to use the bathroom.
Easy prey.
But I need to, like, reset real quick.
I'll devour you.
Alright, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick, and I'm gonna drop this skill, and hopefully it kills things on occasion. I hear a boss spawn. Okay, it's not close enough for me to be an issue. Okay, never mind. I have to wait a little bit longer because somebody is currently using the bathroom. Yeah, that's what I did. I grabbed all the cubes in that one. Actually, I think I did clear it. Or like 90%ed it. Something like that. I wasted a lot of time piecing those fucking little puzzle shaped things together. Mechty rerun. I'm glad I don't need another copy of Mechty. Actually, I should probably look and see. No. Because I want to save my shit for Kluki when she comes back around. The idea is still to S6 Kluki.
I'll devour you. Struggle in the dark.
What cube would be the best for trying to get hybrid accessories? I will show you in just a moment. Let me collect all this shit.
Easy prey.
I'm gonna go back to town to do this so I don't get fucking killed by that AFK thing that flies. But I will show you what you should be looking for cube-wise. So, when you are rolling to go legendary on your items, you want to roll these because these have the best chance to give you legendary potential, the upgrade to legendary potential, right? When you're rolling for the actual lines, you want to use the blue ones because they're cheaper and you're already on legendary. Don't use these to upgrade to legendary potential ever. It can take longer. Like, yes, there's always a chance that you pop one single cube and you go from unique to legendary just like that, right? One example is the hat that I'm using. I rolled this hat. I probably put 60 cubes into it to go from unique to legendary, which was stupid. But I kept on rolling and I got 3-second cooldown, right? But what you want to do is always use the red cubes to go to legendary and then use the blue ones to roll. The only time you use the red ones to roll the lines is when you have something like this already, right? So I have 1-second cooldown and 2-second cooldown. I don't want to lose this, but I would like to get that 1 extra second of cooldown. So either rolling 2-second, 2-second, or 2-second, 1-second, 1-second, right? So what I would do in this case to keep this, I would roll the red ones on it. But for anything else, if you're trying to make like drop gear, like this, for example, right? You just roll the blue ones on it. You just roll as many of the blue ones as you can afford. And you can either wait to an event that makes it easier to get legendary or just do it whenever. Honestly, I think unlike Star Forcing events, which you should always wait for a Star Force event to enhance your gear, I think the cubes, you can kind of do it whenever the fuck you want. Like, this shit feels way more RNG than Star Forcing as far as it goes. Like, I wasted an example on this thing here. No, this thing here. This mech pendant. I rolled 500, and I shit you not, I rolled 500 of these Mystic Cubes, and it is still rare potential. It refuses to upgrade. It's criminal. So definitely, if you're rolling anything, just like make sure you roll Mystic Cubes to get everything purple first. Like, do I have a purple item? Yeah, like this. Get it purple, get it epic with Mystic Cubes. Never roll these to go from blue to purple, ever. Just use these, and if it turns out as bad as luck as I have, fucking deal with it. Do not waste these or these trying to get something from blue to purple. You only roll these when you're going from purple to yellow, unique, and yellow to green, legendary, right? Because those things are expensive, and you get a fuck ton of these. But yeah, that's what you should be doing if you're rolling your lines. As far as what you need on your character, that you would have to look in your character class Discord. Oop, wrong button.
Easy prey. End of the line.
Alright, we go back to our farming. I can't bring that shop up out here, so that's why we went back to town to do it.
Struggle in the dark.
I have 22 minutes on our fucking EXP coupon, and I don't know how much time this is, because they give you these numbers, 2,000, between 0 and 2,000. I think it's like 2 hours at cap. No, it's like half a day when you're capped out. We'll also get a new boss next update. Oh, thank God. As long as it's not that fucking the guild boss, that fucking flower looking creature. I hate that thing, bro. I hate that thing. It's so dumb. It's such an annoying boss.
I'll devour you.
It's not even difficult. It's just annoying.
Easy prey.
Yeah, and Gunsmoke. The fucking plant, virus plant thing.
Struggle in the dark.
Hate that. I miss the robot.
You're not ready. Easy prey.
Thinking about it, like, honestly thinking about it, okay, so it's probably not a big deal if your characters are all super mega built, where you can kind of ignore a lot of the mechanics. But, like, if you're not, that thing is tedious. And Gunsmoke takes too long. For something that you have to do daily, if you're dedicated to the game, for something you have to do daily, it takes too fucking long to finish. Like, you use more time doing that than it takes to do everything else in the game if you're just doing your dailies, right? That shit takes so long. I don't like doing Gunsmoke. Accumulating the points is fun, but overall, I don't like doing Gunsmoke. It's cool to see... It's cool... No, let me rephrase that. I don't like doing Gunsmoke if I have to think about what I'm doing.
I'll devour you.
On something that isn't that big of an issue. And Gunsmoke's not difficult, it's just tedious, right? Which is why the robot was so much better. Because you didn't have to think. It was just do your skills and you're good. But then you get this worm plant thing, whatever it is, and now you have to think about what you're doing, and you have to position your characters appropriately in something that already takes too long to complete.
Here I come. You're not ready. Easy prey.
Oopsie.
Easy prey.
Need to kill that ad. It spawns and cleanse the debuff while keeping your team alive. Yeah. Like, it wouldn't be so bad. Actually, no. It would be just fine if it was something you could do a couple of times in the week and you were kind of good, but you have to do it all 7 days. It takes like 20 fucking minutes, it feels like. It probably doesn't take 20 minutes, but it just takes too long overall, right? If it was as simple as the robot where it was just like deal damage as fast as possible, get as many points, and get out, I'm not complaining too much. But it just takes too long. You have to think about where your characters are. You have to make sure one is really close and one is really, really far to keep that fucking AoE from dropping on your characters. You have to reposition when they get knocked back. It's just tedious and annoying.
Not ready. I'll devour you.
So I didn't do it, like, when I was still playing it, because I know I've been off for, like, a week or two now, but, like, the last Gunsmoke, I didn't even fucking bother doing it. I think I did it one time, and I was like, bro, I can't be bothered with this fucking plan again, man. Not for 7 days again. It just takes too long. I don't like it. Because that buff is really impactful, yeah. That's why I had made the comment, like, if your team is, like, stacked as fuck, like, you're the big spender, like, yeah, of course you can fucking ignore it, right? Like, those guys get to just ignore shit, because they're going to, like, in 2 turns, if even, they're already hitting the rank of points that they need. They don't give a fuck, right? But for us, we have to pay attention to everything. Like, the robot wasn't an issue, because you just did it, you went in and you got your points, and, like, as long as you had Somi, you weren't dying, and you could, like, if you were paying attention and your characters were, like, built okay, you didn't even really need Somi. If you had, like, any little bit of healing or shielding, you were kind of just okay for the most part. You didn't have any issues. But this thing will kill your fucking members really quickly.
Easy prey.
We're at 69%. We started this stream at, like, what, 63%, I think?
I'll devour you.
That's not bad. We've gone up 6%.
Here we go. I'll devour you.
We've made a lot of Soul Erda. We're already 120 points into the next threshold for 13.
Easy prey. Easy prey.
I'm gonna drop this and go see if the bathroom is free. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, I took just a little bit too long. Our combo reset.
Here we go. Easy prey.
It's not that big of a deal, but those EXP orbs like get bigger and bigger as the combo goes up.
Easy prey. End of the line.
Wait, what was your offer? Oh, don't answer that question. I know what the offer is. Just do not type anything in the chat. I don't like the fact that you use that.
Easy prey.
No, do not, Nasi, do not enable Hacknev. I couldn't figure it out, and then it hit me. It hit me. I know exactly what the offer is. No.
Struggle.
Oh my god. You are an animal.
Struggle in the dark.
How much EXP do I have left? I have 2 more. Okay. That's an hour and 12 minutes worth of 3 times EXP. Possibly War Thunder later today. I was feeling some War Thunder, honestly.
Struggle in the dark.
Oh, I need to go. My skill is off of cooldown.
Here we go.
We can get Hacknev in as well, if you want to play some, like, low tier.
Struggle in the dark.
If not, I'll play with Hacky later on.
Easy prey. Easy prey. There you are. Struggle in the dark. Easy prey.
The most simplistic farming, and it works out so good.
I'll devour you.
Let me see. I'm at probably... What am I looking at? Like 75%?
Struggle in the dark.
I think Hacky's like 2.3 on Germany right now. Somewhere around there. It is very low tier. So it would be like pretty point and click brainless stuff. Close to being 3. Okay, awesome.
Easy prey.
Let me tell you, Nasi, that XM800T that I have, that thing is so ass without APDS. You can't even pin most light tanks in that battle rating. I do have the APDS now, which is nice, but I haven't played since I got it. I think I went 1 round and then died almost immediately to someone sniping me. But goddamn, it should be a lot better now. But I don't know if the complaints about that tank are justified with how easily it is slain with just fucking machine gun fire.
Easy prey.
I muted the stream to mute your game sound and couldn't hear you anymore.
Easy prey.
Wow, Hacky thinks so highly of me.
Struggle in the dark. I'll devour you.
But yeah, we can run some War Thunder later for sure. I'll probably finish my last hour of EXP here. Go get something to eat. And then jump on sometime afterwards. I mean, 2 3.0 tanks is kind of all you need.
Struggle in the dark.
Honestly, I think that's the ideal way to move up a BR is to at least have 2 tanks. If you go in with 1, like, you're kind of griefing yourself.
Easy prey. You're not ready. Struggle in the dark. I'll devour you.
I'm not going to comment on that. I'm not going to comment on that.
Struggle in the dark.
I'm not going to comment on that.
Easy prey. I'll devour you.
Ugh.
Easy prey.
I gotta go back and watch the video on how to do Will, so I can try and kill him sometime today or tomorrow. Because if I can beat him, at least on easy mode, I feel like that's gonna be pretty good. If I can just clear him on easy mode at the very least.
I'll devour you.
The hardest part is just that phase 2 mechanic.
Easy.
I don't know the exact spots that all the legs are supposed to pop up that you're supposed to either get hit or dodged by, depending on if you see that crack on the ground or not.
I'll devour you.
Damn, we're getting fed Soul Erda right now.
Easy prey. There'll be no. I'll devour you.
Once this Maplestory grind is over, I'll be happy. When it's done, finished, when is it? August, I think? August or September? Oh, I didn't realize I had 2,900 points.
Struggle.
But I can't open a shop unless I'm in town.
Struggle in the dark.
How much does the 270 benchmark give? 3,000 points. That would put me over this box. This is a good box.
I'll devour you.
This is a really good box because of the selector ring that you get. This is the big box that everybody is aiming for and where most people are going to stop at. They get the 10 potions
Prey.
and then they're done. For me, I want to see if I can try and hit this one before the event is over.
Struggle in the dark.
Take care, Zimma. We will see you later. God damn it. My familiars are almost out again, which is going to impact my drop rate. But I probably have more than enough to refill half the bar again. Yeah, we have 72. How many do I need to extract? So if I do 10, so I just need to extract this many rows, 3 rows. I can't fucking see what I'm clicking on because the little thing is popped up over the card. And we buy this times 1. And we are back in business. Guardian Slime. A Bounty Hunter portal. The only one I'm doing is, like, the purple ones. Or if it's Frito. I might do Fritos. I probably lost my combo because I was not paying attention. Oh, I did not lose my combo, surprisingly enough. I am still there. Is it a Frito portal? It is. I'll do Frito's portal. These are usually pretty quick. Oh, fuck, it's the shooting game. Alright, I did it. We missed like 3 shots, I think, overall, but that's fine as long as you don't hit the other birds, the big, old-looking ones. There's not as much to pick up because we went through Frito's portal, but I still want to pick it up so stuff don't disappear. Alright, our EXP coupon just ran out. We have one more after this. We either get through both of these EXP coupons, or my familiar timer runs out again. If the familiar timer runs out, I'm not using another EXP coupon. I'll just wait till reset tonight. Because it's giving me that improved drop rate. If I drop my familiars, I lose 30%. I'd like to keep it because it's increasing my chances of getting Soul Erda. And Soul Erda is like super important because it enables the use of your skills and makes existing ones stronger that you invest in. but I don't want to spend mine yet because we're about to get an update sometime this month. And that update is going to unlock our Mastery 3 and Mastery 4 nodes. And I need to know where I should be investing my Erda first, before I just start dropping it nilly-willy into my current skills. Because those 2 masteries could be big. Can you pick this shit up right here, please? Thank you.
I'll devour you. I'll devour you. Just stop. I'll devour you.
My back is a little sore because I did not sleep properly. I'm trying to get used to sleeping on my back instead of on my stomach, and it's so awkward. I'm so used to sleeping on my stomach, but I've learned that that is a very bad way to sleep. So I am trying to stop doing that. I do too. It's been the way I've slept for the longest time. But I've learned it's a really poor way to sleep, so I've been trying to cut it out. And goddamn, is it so much more comfortable to sleep on my stomach than it is my back. So I've been a bit sore because I'm not used to sleeping on my back.
I'll devour you. You're not ready. Struggle in the dark. Struggle in the dark. End of the line. Struggle in the dark.
Deb. Farming, the most interactive thing to do in Maplestory.
Easy prey.
What's my money looking like? 1.3 mil, so we've made 2 mil. That's not terrible.
Easy prey.
And then tomorrow when the bosses reset, that's like another 1.5 bill. So I should be sitting roughly on like just a bit under 3 billion, depending on like how much I make from then till now. But just a bit under 3 bill is pretty good.
I'll devour you.
Because what I want to do... What did that give me? Oh, it gave me this.
Struggle.
What I want to do is turn this, like both of these pieces. I want to see if I can roll drop gear or item drop rate on these things.
Struggle in the dark.
And item drop on this as well. Get them up to legendary potentials. If it works out, it'd be awesome. Because then when I farm, I can get even more Soul Erda energy. And more Soul Erda energy means I have more to
Here we go.
drop into my skills. Which means I get stronger. And then I can kick Will's ass.
Easy prey.
It'll just get to the point of needing to understand how to do that stupid, like, test when you get him to 50%. You have to do that test twice with the spider legs in his phase 2. And then phase 3 is kind of just a DPS check. Which, if I'm being honest, easy mode should be fine. Normal, I don't know.
Go to its shadow.
Normal could be a bit more challenging to DPS check.
Easy prey.
Kind of interested to see what skills they'll give Nightwalker for Mastery 3
I'll devour you.
and Mastery 4, because, like, this one is fine. We already have it Hexed. Shadow Bite gets improved.
I'll devour you.
It could be a Dark Omen. This one gets upgraded. Shadow Spark I don't use. It's just up there for what I use to early farming. Shadow Stitch, maybe. I don't think the minion. It's probably going to be a low cooldown skill. We'll see. I'm definitely interested. Either way, my character gets stronger when we get Mastery 3 and 4.
Easy prey. Here we go.
Which makes clearing out these bosses even easier.
Easy prey.
An Inferno Portal, I'm not doing that shit.
Easy prey. Easy prey.
I kind of regret not getting Carlota now. Carlota, I love her playstyle, but I feel like she's good. She's a good bosser. She doesn't do AoE clear all that great, in my opinion. I think, like, my favorite character to use is still, what the fuck is her name? The one that uses the fucking flower whips. Why am I forgetting her name?
I'll devour you.
Camellia, yeah, Camellia. She is still my favorite character to use by far because she just does everything. She's a good bosser, and she's good for trash mobs. She does everything. And to complement her, that just makes her even better, is using Rashia. Because you just hit your fucking skill to suck everything in towards you, then you swap to fucking Camellia, and then you just spin to win and everything dies. And if it's a boss, you do that anyway and they still die. Easy peasy.
Easy prey.
Camellia is just, like, to me, a perfect character.
Easy prey. Struggle in the dark.
Mia sadly has a fuck ton of commitment. Yes, this is true. But goddamn does she make up for it in every single aspect of her gameplay.
Easy prey.
You can't be disappointed with Camellia, honestly. If you invest into her and make her even half decent, she'll kill your bosses for you, she'll clear the trash mobs for you, she'll do side content, she'll do main quests, she'll do everything. I still haven't touched Whimpering Waste.
I'll devour you.
I'll do it eventually. I need to get back into playing the game, but that might not happen until after this event, honestly. This Maple event.
I'll devour
I don't have, like... Unlike Wuwa, where I can come back to and just play it whenever I want, as casually or as hardcore, all the banners come back, but an event like this for Maplestory, like, we're not seeing this event for a couple of years. And when it does come back around, it'll be like, you'll need to make another brand new character anyway. Oh, an elite spawn, and this time I'll actually be able to use my shuriken skill on it.
Struggle in the dark. Ready or not,
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. That is a lot of extra attack damage buff. Or basic attack damage buff.
struggle in the dark. Easy prey.
I think my hand's like 21 or 22.
I'll devour you.
Missing 2 crit damage rolls. Okay.
Easy prey.
I need to exchange her main echo for the whatever they call the rainbow ones. I forget what they call the nightmare ones, right? I need to exchange that because I haven't done that. Yeah, 72 over 280 is pretty good.
I'll devour you.
I think a lot of the people that talk about the crit rate, crit damage thing, I think they go a little too extreme for it, because like the people who do those kind of videos, like Saint Tontus, for example, like these are super dedicated to one game try hard players, right, that are aiming for that kind of shit where they're constantly farming stuff every single day, right? They're playing for as long as they need to get that kind of stuff. I think ideally if you want a decent setup to clear shit, you don't need to go that hard. 70 over like 250 is already good enough. I wouldn't even say 270. 70 over 250 is fine.
Easy prey.
But yeah, when you look at a lot of those videos, those players, and it's no flack towards them, but a lot of those players, they don't go into, are you playing casually, are you playing hardcore? They immediately just give you the I'm playing hardcore kind of statistics for characters a lot of the times, right? Like, if you show Saint Tontes your, say, 65 over 250 Camellia, he's gonna say it's mediocre, right? No, that's not mediocre, it's good.
Easy prey.
A mediocre would be 50 over, like, 190.
Easy prey.
Yeah. Thank you. But yeah, 50 over, like, 180 is mediocre. 190 is mediocre. 70% crit rate and 200 crit damage plus is pretty okay. Like, you're doing alright with that. You don't need that super try-hard shit unless you're actually, like, playing that much. If you're not, like, you can settle. Things might be a little bit more difficult for you if you're trying to do TOA and shit, but if you're going for, like, 3-starring TOA, then you should be playing it a little bit more seriously. Like, it's your fault at that point if you're not able to clear TOA because you're not playing hard enough, and then complain about it. Yeah, but aiming for that much, what is TOA? Tower of Adversity. Aiming for 100% is under the assumption that you're rolling minimum 20% on every piece if your main is not a crit damage. And you're already trying to roll, like, crit rate is more valuable than crit damage. And that's just factual, because, like, if you have 3,000 crit damage and 10 crit rate, and you don't ever crit, then the crit damage isn't usable. I'd rather 5 pieces that all have 10% crit rate that put me at 70+% than 5 pieces that have the 20, I think it's 23 cap crit damage, and I'm only at like 40 to 50 crit rate. That is under the the assumption that the character you're playing doesn't require some like atrociously high stat like what is it, Brant, that has like he needs to like, what was it, a lot of energy regen on Brant, I think it was. More important for in-game. Hello, Nim. Time do better than 3,000 times crit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he needs like 280%, which is fucking insane. But yeah, I like when the content creators tell you guys how to build characters on WoW, on Genshin Impact, on all of these games, a majority of them are telling you how to build like near perfect characters. They don't take into account somebody playing casually, right? So when people complain that they can't clear shit, it's usually because they're not playing hard enough. They're not dedicating enough time to get those big pieces. So if you're casually playing, not rolling perfectly like how content creators tell you that you should be aiming for, is just fine in my opinion. But if you are planning on doing the end game and you want to be able to clear it if you're trying to bare minimum clear it, you know, you don't need the perfect shit. But if you are playing, like, if you want to, like, fully optimize it, then yeah, those videos are going to be, like, exactly what you should be doing. Like, hardcore, time and dedication to the game to get those rolls. Or you can be that person and just be ungodly lucky and just roll perfectly, you know, 90% of the time and never suffer, never struggle. There's always that option. Genshin builds be goals, but close enough be close enough, exactly. Like, usually when I look at a build, like, when I used to look at a build for Wuwa, from, like, St. Tontis and anybody else doing them, usually, like, St. Tontis is kind of the guy to go to for builds, for at least for me. But when I would watch his builds and his guide videos, I'm learning how the character works. I'm not really listening to on his recommendations of crit rate and crit damage, because I'm realistically thinking to myself, I'm not going to dedicate the same amount of time he does to make that perfect roll. I'm just not. Like, if it happens, it happens, but, like, I'm not spending 8 hours a day grinding every echo on my map trying to get what I need done, constantly refreshing my energy to farm more capsules, yada yada, or spending every single day farming capsules, so by the time I'm ready to roll, you know, maybe I can get that luck. That's too much for me. Yeah, they'll work just fine. Yeah, don't be that guy. He's not fun at parties. I have watched a few videos of people showcasing their account and seeing some of their builds. Yeah, for sure. There's some atrocities. With the right stats, I'm happy it might level up and dump 3 of them as upgrades into defense in his lane, but it's still the best I'm gonna get. Yeah. Dude, building 50 over 350 is, like, I mean, it's doable, but it's criminal. I'm giving up 50% crit damage to get that extra 20% crit rate any time of the day. It's just going to be more consistent than flipping a coin on every hit. Because, like, what if you flip the coin and hit tells 3 times whenever you're using your liberation? Like, there's no worse feeling in Wuwa than hitting your big ultimate and then whipping the crit. I think if you're going 50% crit rate and 350% damage, the only time I think that is more viable is if you have a character like, let's take Camellia for example, right? The amount of attacks that she can dish out make it more viable, but she still has the big nuke in her skill, so that's where it's going to hurt the most because you're relying on that big nuke. So yeah, you might get a whole lot of crits off of those sporadic attacks that are going to be happening repeatedly, but the second you go for the nuke, the coin flip hurts the biggest there. Yeah, Jinshi, if you're 50% crit rate over any crit damage on Jinshi, you should definitely be farming some more. But I think everybody should realistically and ideally you should always be looking at least if you want to be comfortable 65% to 70 crit rate. At least.
Go to its shadow.
But yeah, again, there are some exceptions to characters. Some characters need a bit more of this or that. Like Brant, for example. Brant is, building that character is criminal. You can't just, like, roll Brant and expect him to be good. Like, he'll do the job, but for Brant to actually shine, you do have to dedicate a lot to him. And that lot is not easy to get. It is insane how many times you might find yourself having to roll on pieces just to get Brant to where he needs to be the optimal character that you rolled him for. Yeah. Low crit rate, but having Morrow in combat is deeply funny.
Easy prey. Not ready.
I'm wondering when the next cause like Wuwa is the big like open world gacha right now. Like when we get another gacha that's like that, does the Genshin Impact community, well, okay, I can't say the whole Genshin Impact community, but the toxic people in that community, do they move to stop attacking Wuwa and go to the next game? I've been seeing so much shit on Twitter about Genshin fans like just downplaying Wuwa in the most bizarre areas. Like Wuwa has no real good emotionally impacting story. Like Genshin's is so much better, and I'm like, you can like whatever you prefer, but to say Wuwa does not have a good story, that's insanity. Wuwa has phenomenal writing. Their writing, like I'll say, Wuwa's writing for their early story, dog shit. For 1.0, all of that was a fucking side quest. It was terrible. Awful. But as soon as Scar stepped onto the scene, things turned up. And then when we had Jinshi's story, oh my god, dude, that was fucking amazing. Chongli, amazing. 2.0 onward has so far been good, and I've yet to be spoiled by anything else, so, like, I'm expecting. Hoyo's alcoholism and favoritism of our siblings. Yeah, like, I don't think all Genshin players feel that way. I think, again, it's like a vocal minority that just have to hate on stuff that's not Genshin. Because Genshin, like, I don't think Genshin has a terrible story from what I played of it. I played all the way up to Raiden Shogun's ending, and I absolutely loved Inuzuma. I can't say much for the rest of the game because I haven't played it, but at least up to Inuzuma, I think it was wonderful. I think the beginning of Genshin Impact's story, too, is way better than 1.0 for Wuwa. Where's the boss at? We're gonna kill this guy in an instant. Watch this. He was tanky as fuck though, holy shit. Then again, I don't have my bossing set on. I have my like normal monster damage set on, so I'm not doing as much damage as I could be.
Easy prey.
You will be disgusted about? Okay, I'm interested now. I love Fontaine, but man, it felt short. The ending to Natlan was cinema though. Okay, okay.
I'll devour.
Like I'm probably not going to go back to play Genshin Impact because Wuwa's combat, in my opinion, is just better.
I'll devour you.
It's like it's too much of a spoil because it's like you don't want to like if you play a game and you enjoy its combat, right? You don't want to backtrack to something that has weaker combat. And having played both Genshin and Wuwa, I don't think I could ever go back to Genshin because the combat is so, in my opinion, ass comparatively. But at some point, I do plan on listening to the entirety of Genshin's story through YouTube because there's plenty of people who do the lore videos and the whole story. Because I always thought Genshin's story was pretty fucking good. I don't care for their side quests, but I'll say the same about Wuwa. I don't give a fuck about Wuwa side quests. If it's not a character quest, I don't give a fuck about it. Only thing that's important to me is the main quest in both games. The only side quests that are important are ones that have something to correlate with the main quest. And if it don't, I don't care. Miss me with that boring shit.
Go to its shadow.
Yeah, I can't recommend it if you've been out since Inuzuma. Yeah, it's been... I came back to it a little bit for Fontaine. But that was because I had bought an account for like $5 that had like, what's her name on it? The character from Fontaine.
Easy prey.
The water girl. I forget what her name is. She was kind of boring as fuck to play. I did not like. I was told she was a really good character, and that I should totally buy an account that had her on it, and that's what I did. But what I failed to realize is really good character and really fun to play character are two entirely different things. And I didn't find her to be a really fun character to play with. She was fucking boring. I was failed to be informed that she was more of a supporting role. Yeah, Farina. Farina is the character I'm talking about. Beautiful character. Absolutely boring to play, though. Natlan is way better better when you have Natlan characters because of all the like 5 different tribes making getting around easier in various ways, and the Archon has a flying motorbike. I remember seeing that. That looks kind of cool. The side quests I really don't care. The blue ones in Wuwa. The only important thing about side quests to me are the rewards. Exactly. All right, we still have energy to use our familiar, so we're gonna run this. Grab that. I sent you my character stats and DMs. Okay. Mistreated Archon waifu. She's amazing, but she's an off-screen character until you get her constellations maxed out, which is so much money. Yeah. Which I had paid for the account because it was like $5 to get it. But yeah, I'll look at the character in a second. I want to grab all the loot real quick. So we're full reset on everything, and I have the time too, so stuff doesn't disappear. We're up to 330 Erda. Hopefully, I can get my energy to around 400. because when I do the daily quest on reset, that'll be another soul alert I will get.
End of the line.
Alright, we pop our skill. At some point, I lost my combo and back down to 283, but this, whatever. We only have 30 minutes left.
I'll devour you. Easy prey.
BF. Now, Chongli BF is probably still one of my favorite characters in the game, if not my favorite character in the game still. And when I look at that picture of your Chongli, it oh, it hurts me. It hurts me.
I'll devour you.
Oh, it hurts. Did you ever watch the trailer for Silver Palace when it came out like 2 months ago? Yes, I did. Silver Palace is something that I'm interested in checking out. That game is looking like it could be... I won't say it'll drop Genshin or Wuwa off the face of the planet, but it is looking like something that will be able to compete with them as far as popularity goes. And I'm all for that. Okay, I see that purple portal. I don't know if I'll be able to get it in time, because I prefer the money and drops over the EXP, because EXP is just something that you passively get playing the game. The money disappears.
I'll devour you.
Looks like I'm gonna get all of it. Can I perfect this all? Nope. I missed that one by like fucking pixels. Okay, I've missed 3 now. Ugh. It looks like it has potential all about if it can keep up in content production, yo. Yeah, that'll be the big thing. It needs to drop really good right off the bat. It needs to have something that's really engaging about it outside, because like what we've seen in the cinematic is one thing, but what we'll actually get when we play the game will be completely different, right? So it needs to be able to hold all of that together when we actually play it, so it feels like how that trailer is. We need good content. It needs to be able to keep up with consistent content, like you said, and keep the attention span of people. And hopefully not do what the Goddess Nike game did. Not the shooting one, but the like dress them up or whatever it is, and whatever that one did. That's fucking criminal. But those hardcore fans will never understand that. Oh, of course not. They think they've got to fucking suck off their company's dick like they'll do something for them. See, I'm under the impression, like, personally, like, as much as I won't ever go back to Genshin because I just think Wuwa is a better game, I don't think Genshin is complete dog shit. I just think the better executed game is Wuwa. Genshin has a great story, but its combat is outdated. And they can fix that. They could fix it, right? They could update that stuff.
Easy prey.
And we know they can, because like look at this, like the one thing that I complained about Wuwa, right? One of the biggest complaints I had about Wuwa was I did not like when you were in cutscenes for story, whether they be main quest or side quest, whatever, the characters used the same fucking animations for everything. It was hand up in the air, hand near face, same facial expressions on everybody. It was so annoying to me, and I couldn't not see it every time a cutscene went off. But you look at what they've been doing recently, the character expressions are fucking beautiful now. Like, they've gone above and beyond and have made the characters look so much more lively instead of, like, stiff robots, right? So I know Genshin could do some things to update their characters' animations. They just choose not to. I've seen too many amazing games come out, and then by the time they release an update, like 6 months have passed and nobody cares anymore. Yeah. Yeah, the buggy retcon was fucking insane. Yeah, Infinity Nikkei. Have you ever gotten so drunk you text yourself saying you got home safely? No. Definitely not. If anything, I'm just a typical get fucked up, blackout, forget half or more of the night. You could go back to Genshin in like 2 or 3 years when the ice region is done and they start working on the actual main story. Game is good right now, but there's not really any reason to. Yeah, like I said, I think Genshin is a fine game. I just don't care to backtrack combat-wise. If they, and I know they can, because Wuwa is proof that they can, if they just made the characters move better, I think it would be huge. Like, Genshin literally can take the spotlight from other gacha games if they just made their characters move better. Like, we're still in an era where, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I've seen, I'm not, that characters don't, in all of their cutscenes, their mouths don't fucking open. They still have the fucking closed mouths for cutscenes, which is absolutely atrocious considering how long the game has been out and how much money they've made to upgrade. Because I'll use Wuwa in the same example that I just complained about it, how they would use the same fucking like 3 or 4 hand movements for all of their cutscenes and it didn't make sense at all and it looked so fucking robotic and ugly. It was one of the complaints that I made into their little questionnaires that they would send out, and I complained about that, and now you look at it, they fixed it. You don't have that issue anymore. It's fucking beautiful. The characters actually look like they're alive when they're moving in cutscenes. I know Hoyo could do the same. I mean, if a game like Mabinogi is about to update its engine to make the game look better, and Mabinogi is 20 plus years old, there's no reason Hoyo can't do the same for Genshin and make it look better. Because they literally, if that game was updated to play even half as good as what Wuwa does now, it takes the spotlight back in an instant.
Easy prey. I'll devour you.
How much time do we have? 21 minutes. Okay. There's another frag that puts me at 342. Pick up all this shit, please.
There'll be nothing left.
I forgot about Mabby. Yeah, Mabby, an old fucking game. You don't even need to compare it to Wuwa. This is a company that owns ZZZ. ZZ has the best animation. Yeah, no, true. That's so true. ZZZ animations are, like... Wuwa is catching up to ZZZ in a sense, but ZZZ's animations, I think, are still, like, top dog. Like, if you think another gacha game has better animations than ZZZ, I'm gonna need proof, otherwise I think you're just capped. I don't hate on Genshin. Play what you want and what you enjoy. I really couldn't care less. This entire Genshin X Wuwa fan base, where it's just childless. Oh, absolutely. You should be able to criticize both games and not have the community of either game harass you for it. Hope you're doing good. It's been forever since I've seen you. That's because I haven't been streaming, if I'm being honest, Chad. I haven't streamed, like, I streamed War Thunder some days ago, but prior to that, it had been, like, 3 weeks since I had streamed. I just took, like, a long break because I just wasn't in the mood to be an entertainer on screen for people. But I'm starting to feel in the mood for it again, so the stream should be more consistent. Used to play that shit so much. Which one? ZZZ? Oh, no, Mabinogi. Yeah, I used to go pretty fucking hard on Mabinogi myself. That game is so fucking old. But they're about to update the engine and make all the characters look a lot better than what they do right now. I think it's sometime this year that it's supposed to be released. They're updating the game engine, and everything just looks so much better. I'm probably going to start playing it again just because of that. That's one of the reasons I don't play right now, is because Mabinogi, to me, is a lot like this game, where you have to dedicate a lot of time to it if you want to actually feel like you're making progress. But this game, despite being a 2D side-scroller, feels better. And Mabinogi is kind of like convoluted as fuck. Like, if you just go into that game, I don't think it does a good job out of it. I don't think both games, honestly, I don't think both games do a good job of explaining what you're supposed to do. But this one feels easier to get into than Mabi does. Yeah, they could update Genshin Impact to switch to Tears of the Kingdom gameplay. You'll always be the #1 fan. You always will be, Chad. So much money in Mabi to get the SAO gear. Dude, I had the SAO gear too. I sold that shit to make a lot of fucking in-game money because I had like Asuna's set, and I was like, I fucking hate SAO anyway. I'm selling this shit. I don't need it. I think I still have her hair in Mabi, and it gave me a flute, and at the time it was the coolest thing ever. Yeah, Mabi is a fucking monster of a game to try and get into at this time. Like, you go into it, and it's like, what the fuck do I even do? That game is so fucking, like, it's not complex, it's just complicated. Because it doesn't steer you in the right direction. This game at least will attempt to steer you in the right direction, but having experienced players explain things to you via YouTube and shit helps a lot. Whereas if you jump into Mabinogi, you're not gonna know what you're doing at any point in the game without looking for help, is how I feel about it. I love SAO feels bad, man. Okay, let me correct myself. I think the first season of SAO, the first 24 episodes, I think were completely dog shit. I thought the first 3 episodes of Sword Art Online, the very first 3 episodes are the absolute best in his business. They set you up so fucking clean. And then all you get afterwards are pointless side character episodes that don't really do anything. With those first 3 episodes, they set you up for an adventure to go through this dungeon, to climb 100 floors, life or death, to get you out. And then you get these side character episodes that don't do anything for the plot. And then you get these fucking Asuna Kirito romance episodes, which felt akin to a teenager writing what he thought romance was like. It was the most cringiest shit ever. And then, fuck it, let's just skip all the way to the high-end dungeon, like 75, and then fight the final boss here and now. Like, it was such a letdown. Because when I critique anime, I don't critique it on just one aspect. I like to critique it on multiple things. And the biggest one for me is how you carry your story and your character development. The story was dog shit because they fucking flushed it down a toilet. The character development was dog shit because those side characters didn't do anything for the plot whatsoever, or other characters. Except for Asuna, obviously. The animation, for its time, pretty fucking good. Can't argue there. The fights, pretty fucking good. Can't argue there. But they didn't stay consistent with the plot, which is a big knockoff. Like, we can say, let's use Solo Leveling, for example. Solo Leveling, that's an anime that you could say is carried by its animation, but at least its plot and character development are there. You can see it as you watch the anime. That's why SAO, it's not, okay, to call it dog shit is an injustice. It's a 6 out of 10 for me, a 6.5 out of 10. There are things it does good, and there are things it does bad. As far as the following series of SAO, I can't comment on them, because I haven't watched them. I don't know nothing about the second season. I don't know nothing about Gungale or Gungale, whatever the fuck it's called, or arterialization, whatever the fuck they call that shit. I don't know anything about those, so I can't comment on them. And I won't. I'm only commenting on season 1. The rest of it could be fucking peak as shit, and maybe I should give it a try. And honestly, I'd be much more willing to give it a try than I would ever be willing to give One Piece a try, because ain't no way I'm about to sit down through 1100 episodes of an anime just for people to tell me it gets good when you're 500 episodes in. I don't know. I personally feel like, and I could be completely wrong, that One Piece has gone on so long that people think it's good because it's like 1,000 episodes in, so you can't help but feel it's good now. But you can call me anytime. It's the same as my Discord. It is the Chad. One Piece. Yeah, I don't think One Piece is dog shit because I haven't watched, like, I've only watched like two-ish seasons back when it used to run on fucking Kids WB. That's where I watched it from originally. And I only watched like 2 seasons of it because I think only maybe 3 seasons aired on there before it got dropped. Something like that. Could be wrong. But I know I only watched like a couple of seasons at least. It's okay. But I never kept up with it. After that, I just didn't keep up with it. I was watching fucking Dragon Ball Z. That shit was peak. Dragon Ball Z was fucking awesome at the time, right? Like, as a fucking young teenager, everybody was on Dragon Ball Z's case, bro. You can't tell me Goku and Dragon Ball Z in general is not one of the most, if not the most influential anime that's ever fucking existed. Honestly, I'd probably die on that boat to say Dragon Ball Z is the most influential anime that's ever come out. I don't think... Could be wrong, but with how mainstream anime is nowadays compared to back then, I don't think there will ever be an anime that will be as influential as Dragon Ball Z was. Just because anime is so mainstream now, like, almost everybody that you talk to knows about anime. Even if they don't watch it, they know of its existence. As back when Dragon Ball Z was airing, like, a lot of people didn't talk about their love for anime because you got made fun of. People called you a fucking, they're like, oh, you're a kid because you watch cartoons, or you're a weeb when weeb became something that people used, right? But now, like, almost everybody watches anime. And like I said, those who don't, they know about anime. They'll be able to, oh, that's this character from that show. I've seen that. I haven't watched it, but, like, I've seen it. I've seen my friends talk about it. But Dragon Ball Z was hype as fuck. It got everybody fucking interested. I just think anime is too mainstream now for something to be that big ever again. Like, a series can come out and be more popular than it, but it won't have a bigger influence on a general audience than DBZ has had. I think that's 390 Soul Erda. Yeah, one more Erda, and we are at the big 400 that I need it. Can you come up here and get this shit for me? I hate when they fall off, and then they just don't fucking teleport up to me, and then I have to sit there or do something to make them fucking get back to the location. What portal is this? I don't want to do this. If it was a Frito portal, I'd go, but it's not a Frito portal. We have 9 minutes left on our coupon. We have 75% EXP right now. We're almost to 266. This is good. 270 getting closer and closer. But it's gonna get longer and longer every time I level up. Okay, I just saw Soul Urda drop under me, so that is the 400 for the day. So by the time we reset tonight at 7 p.m. my time, I'll be able to get another full Soul Urda. That'll put me at 13. Which is just 7 off of capping it. I'm gonna have to put it into something because I think I'll end up capping my Urda before our masteries come out this month, because I don't know if we're gonna get them early into the month or later into the month. And if it is going to be the middle of the month or later, I am definitely capping. So I'll have to put it into something. I just don't know what to put it into. I could just put it into my Soul Janus. That would probably be the best thing. Depends on how close the update is compared to when I actually cap. Or get level 1 master on everything. I never liked Dragon Ball Z, but I see so many anime taking inspiration or even playing homage to it. Yeah. Like, you definitely didn't have to like Dragon Ball Z, but I don't think anyone can deny that it's had the biggest influence in anime. Dragon Ball Z is one of those, like, it is carried by its animation and fights, for sure, because Dragon Ball Z's story is, the bad guy is attacking to destroy the world. We have to train to get stronger. They have character development in Dragon Ball Z, I'll say that. But Dragon Ball Super, took all the character development from Dragon Ball Z and, completely reverted it and made it worse. And they turned Goku into a clown. He's akin to how he was in Dragon Ball. Not Dragon Ball Z, but Dragon Ball when he was a fucking child. It's atrocious what they did to him. And then they turned Vegeta, who is supposed to be a family man. Like Dragon Ball GT did a better job of portraying the character's character growth from Dragon Ball Z into it than Dragon Ball Super did, and that's fucking sad. Like, during the last bit of Kid Buu and Goku fighting, Vegeta literally says that Goku is the best, that he's #1. Right there, he is giving up on his pride and rivalry with Goku for the most part, and you see this reflected in Dragon Ball GT as he's become a dad. He's a family man. He's there for his wife and his kid, right? And then you go Dragon Ball Super, and it's like they reverted him back to like Dragon Ball Z Cell Saga Vegeta, where he's just angry and constantly belittling Goku for everything and competing with him. And it's like, what the fuck did you do to him? And then you make him a fucking laughing stock like the Peanut Gallery. On the occasion, like his fucking dance on stage to keep Lord Beerus content. Like, classic Vegeta would have never done something like that. The best showcase of Vegeta that was in Super is when Beerus hit Bulma and he lost his shit. That was like one of the best showcases. Like, solo leveling with Jinwoo in the fight with the association guy, and Jinwoo was hopping on his legs. Yeah,
Struggle in the dark.
Oh my god, that's a 200 plus drop right there. Let's go. That gives me 610. We're gonna be 200 into hitting 14. That's fucking awesome.
I'll devour you.
A fucking 200 soul Urta drop is big. I didn't think we were gonna see one today.
End of the line. Easy prey.
When speaking of Ohoma Shigoku, this is completely different, but you know what I absolutely love? In season 2 for solo leveling, and it is spoilers if you haven't seen it yet, but I think at this point everybody should have. So if you haven't, now's your chance to dip out. But when Jinwoo is versing Baru or Ant King, when he does the multi-hit punches to the stomach to Baru, that was fucking Garu in season 2 for One Punch Man. I love that reference. That was fucking awesome seeing a fucking Garu reference. Not only was it like a One Punch Man reference, but it was specific to Garu and not like Saitama himself. And I was like, yo, that's sick, bro. He gave him those fucking hands.
Struggle in the dark.
Jinwoo is a goat.
Struggle in the dark.
I know a lot of people were upset that I think it was Solo Leveling won like Anime of the Year on like Crunchyroll or some shit. But
Easy prey.
I think if I'm being honest, I think like story-wise, it doesn't really do anything super spectacular. It's one of those animes that really is carried by its art and fights. But not to say that its story is terrible. It does better as a character development than it does a full-on story, whereas Free Run does better with its story overall and more so with its character development as well. But at the same time, I think people forget that if Solo Leveling had come out first, right? Like say Solo Leveling came out January 1st, right? It would have been just as hyped as it was now. But then Frieren comes out later on, say nearing the end, like finishes just a little bit before Anime of the Year shit goes down. Frieren would have won. It's got to do with that in the moment kind of shit for people, right? Solo Leveling won mostly because it was like that was what was big at the time. So of course everybody's voting for it because that's just what's hyped up right now. Literally anything could have took that spot. Anything that was fucking awesome to people that aired at the same time as season 2 for Solo Leveling could have taken that spot. That's why, like, I use Elden Ring and God of War for the example here. Elden Ring won its Game of the Year, but a lot of the rewards are rewards that, or I shouldn't say rewards, but awards that God of War got should have gone to Elden Ring, but God of War got them because God of War had just fucking came out. So everybody was riding that hype train. So of course they're going to vote for this. Elden Ring had already been out for a long enough time and it's not being has talked about as much. That hype has died down, right? If you had reversed the roles and God of War had came out first and then Elden Ring would have swept the competition and left nothing for God of War except for maybe music. And probably storytelling. I think that was one of the things as well. Not to say that Elden Ring has terrible storytelling, it just doesn't portray it in an easily digestible way, right? Ragnarok is like, the story is just laid out for you, has the cutscenes go on, has the characters talk throughout the way, whereas Elden Ring, to get the story and understand it, you have to read every fucking item that you pick up, pay attention to your surroundings and shit, like, most people aren't doing that.
Easy prey. You're not ready.
But yeah, it would have been a big reversal. Elden Ring would have clean swept God of War, if Elden Ring had came out as the later game. Not to say Ragnarok is bad, right? Because it's not by any means. It's just how it goes. When something is super hyped up, is just released, and you do these, like, win this award for being game or anime of the year, is always going to be that, did it just come out? And was it hype? Yes, it's taking things that it shouldn't have realistically. Because people will just see the name and be like, oh my god, I have to vote for this because it was so cool. They're not thinking about how Free-Run in this case is a strictly better anime from a narrative point. Okay. We are out of EXP coupons for now. I have none left. I have a lot of these cards. Let's go ahead and not use them yet. Hello? Turn that off. Let's see what we got here. We are going to try and Gamba. This increases Meso. Where's the other one that I have? Okay, this is the one that I wanted to hold on to because we have medium Meso drop rate. And then this one has HP and MP and medium Meso drop rate. So I think we're going to roll this one. We're going to upgrade it. And see, it did upgrade. Now we're gonna hope to God in heaven that it rolls usable stats here. Increase item and Meso drop rate by a small amount. So it actually got the Meso again, but it's a lower amount of Meso. This thing is asinine, and that sucks. But it's okay, we have another one to use. We're gonna use this one. Wait, this has our drop rate on it. Do I have another one that I can use instead? Has item drop rate by a smaller amount. I could do one of the purple ones and try to roll it to unique, but if it fails, it eats up half. Let's use this one. We'll... Yeah, you know what? Fuck it, let's do this one, because it's already got some put into it. So we'll use these. And he's level 5 anyway. I don't know if the other one is. And then we'll open up these. And then we'll select the remaining that we need. Alright. We'll go for the rank up. What we want here, like the most ideal thing that I can get off of an epic one. I don't know how much boss damage you can get off an epic. But I know you can get like 30% ignore enemy defense. So if we get like 30% ignore enemy defense and 20 or 30% boss damage, that'd be fucking awesome. I'm just saying. Or medium drop rate would be cool. It did rank up. This is good. Restores party HP, or no, MP and crit rate up. So it's dog shit. This one also rolled poorly. Do I have another level 5 or is it just the... I don't think I have another level 5, right? I have this one at level 5. I don't think I want to roll this one, though, because it gives me HP and MP back at a medium amount. This one is fine. I think you just kind of leave that one, because some of those bosses, you actually want these healing ones in to kind of, like, ignore some of the chip damage constantly berating your character with. So, what I'll do is we're going to pop this. Get a fuck ton of blue ones, and we're going to open them up and see if we get anything lucky from them to replace. It's not looking so hot so far. Dude, I hate this familiar system. It's so fucking ass how long it can take to get, like, anything half decent. The best thing that I've gotten is... Where's he at? This guy here. 30% ignore enemy defense is probably like the best thing I've gotten. This guy is dog shit. This guy is dog shit. And then this one is okay. You have a lot of okay ones because they have like the HP MP at a medium amount. Those are fine. Continuously restore a small amount of HP. The only thing is I have to, like, go level these guys up at some point, which will probably be later tonight when we get our reset. But I think we'll be holding on to, Actually, you know what? I might just try to level up one of the purple ones to unique, and get it to the unique status. So I don't have so many locked, like, one of the really shitty ones. Yeah, let me see. This one I think is fine. I think this one is okay, and we probably just leave that as is. No, because it doesn't have HP, it's MP. So this one I actually will probably roll. This one is fine, because it has HP and MP. This one has item and drop. It's small, which kind of sucks, but maybe we'll just hold it for the time being. This one has HP, so I'll probably roll that one too, because it's not HP and MP. Because I have other ones that do HP and MP, like this one. This one does HP as well. There's a small amount on that one. But yeah, I'll probably keep both of these on, I think, and then just, like, try to roll them to unique and see if they get something better. Because this guy is fine as is. This extra item, the item drop rate on this one doesn't do anything because we already have it on him. The item drop rate doesn't stack. It should be... This is a small amount, and this is a small amount, so it should just put me at, like, 95%, right? No, 70%. Yeah, 30% buff. Yeah, because it doesn't stack. If I, like, take this guy off and then summon them back out. Oh, I gotta save it first. Yeah, still 70% because it doesn't stack. But yeah, I think I'll just level these two up later and try to get them to unique and see if they roll something half decent, maybe. Because neither of them is super phenomenal. If this had HP and MP on it and it was, like, not a small amount, I'd keep it as is, but these are kind of just useless. If they were half as good as this one, it'd be okay. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. I will stream again probably tomorrow night. I don't know if I'll do it in a morning stream. It'll probably be a night stream, an evening stream, because we get weekly boss reset tomorrow. So I'll probably stream tomorrow night for that specifically. We go run through all of our bosses and then farm for some more hours or whatever. With that being said, though, I am done. I will see you guys later. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for sticking around. See y'all next time. Bye-bye.